want you to enjoy the mech as soon as possible.
Well, respectfully, Zach, it's because Halo has been ruined for a while by its own hand. I think that's why people don't. I don't think they're trying to ruin it. I think they just don't care enough about it, and they don't think anybody else cares about it. Because, like I said, I hate to say it, Halo killed itself a while back. Even with what they did with fucking Halo Infinite, I'm still salty about it.
Yeah, I mean that thing's already shutting down. At least I thought it was. I think it is. I don't think they're doing anything else with it.
I don't think so. The game's basically dead. It's like I said, I don't know. I feel like they probably would have actually retained more players had they had stuck to what they said they were gonna do originally. And not like everything. I mean, like even like the multiplayer, like you know what I mean? Like all the stuff that they said they were originally gonna do, but then all
Ah,
like,
that's right. There's no more seasons for Halo Infinite.
oh, but I thought the seasons were supposed to go on for years.
Yeah, after the release of the fifth and final season on January 30th, we'll be getting just Operation quote unquote events. That's what it says.
Yeah, like I said, it is what it is.
Yeah, this is the quote from them. We have a dedicated team working on supporting Halo Infinite and continue to deliver coming forward, but we also have additional teams that are now accelerating towards the future working on brand new projects, shared Brian Jarrett, community director.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, well, like I said, it's just the whole company has left a sour taste in my mouth about the whole IP now.
I mean, is what it is. I mean, I knew someone who was really big into the Halo Infinite, and yeah, you can take it as a grain of salt. He said he was like doing some QA for it and everything, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool and stuff." But I mean, you know, obviously, like once you're done doing that, then it goes into maintenance mode just to support it, and then that's
Yeah.
pretty much the end of it. And then you just go into the next project to start QA testing.
And Zach, the thing is like I don't want to pay for their paid cosmetics for the simple fact of the sour taste in my mouth of their one thing of saying that yes, you could buy it and do it whenever, but they also said anything that you could unlock, anything that would like be cool that you could use, you would be able to unlock by
Yeah.
just playing the game. They didn't say
Well,
you'd
I
have to
mean,
pay for all of it. Now
right.
you've had to pay for just about everything that they've put out. And if you don't have to pay for it, it's definitely not as cool as anything else, and you're gonna want to pay for the cool stuff because guess what? The only way to get the cool stuff is you have to pay for it.
Hmm.
And if you play the game, you're gonna want to look cool because guess what? You play the game all the time. But like, and that's what left a sour taste in my mouth about not even wanting to pay for anything in the game.
Well, the events might be free and all, but I mean, that's pretty much it, though, Zach.
But that still goes against what they said they were gonna do. You know what I mean? And that's
Right.
what leaves the sour taste in my mouth about not even wanting to buy any quote unquote paid cosmetics from them because like why would I want to why do I want to support a company that didn't even want to like give a basic thing that's easy? Like it's not like that was like it's something insane to ask for.
Hmm.
But what did they do? They put it behind paid walls because they can make money off of it. Where no offense, your game's already dying. You at this point you want to keep as many players as you fucking can.
Yeah.
And not like push people away. You want to make it more inviting. And Zach, what is the tell me what is how much so for if you're going by that how many cool armors are there to buy compared to one armor set that you unlock?
A
That
lot.
probably you unlock with what in like the first week of playing.
I doubt there's that cool of armor to unlock because I mean they're gonna take that stuff and put it behind the paywall. I mean, look at what they did with Diablo 4, for
I would say
instance.
any company does it. Like anybody that takes that has that specific model of like, oh, you buy this pack and you unlock them, they're gonna put all the cool stuff behind that.
Yeah.
Like it gives it's only so they can try to give the incentive to buy it. Now there may be some some things that are cooler unlock, like I said, but like even then, like the free things that you'll unlock are what like maybe like a shoulder pad here and there, or like a piece of like helmet, or like, and that's
Hmm.
like the only thing you'll unlock in the entire pack, other than like boosts and like things like that. You know what I mean? Or like a weapon skin,
Right.
where like I hate to say it, Halo wasn't about its weapon skin. It's always been about how you customize your Spartan. Because I mean, fucking, we had it on the 360 where you could customize your Spartan the same way you do it in Reach. But guess what?
Yeah.
They had an unlock system that you played the game and could unlock all the armor pieces, right? You know what I mean? Because they could have still did that, un- added more new things that are free, and then still had pay things. You know what I mean? But they just completely ditched that to have a team for just paid shit.
Hmm.
Where you could have right there putting in like a system like the credit system from Reach would have given people that play the game reason to come back and keep grinding credits, because oh okay, there could be more armors in the future that I want to buy.
Yeah, I mean Helldivers 2 does that right now. That's like the whole thing between like the Warbound store and the other one is like you get those credits that you can use, the Warbounds that it's called, and you can go through and start getting the other weapons, the other cosmetics, the other armor, and everything else. So it's enticing to keep people playing, but then also they have the super credit store where you can actually spend real money and get credits too. So
No, exactly.
it's there.
And that's the thing is like, I think a lot of games they don't realize that they need a free option on that side too.
Right. Oh, Jonathan Ferguson did another video. Hell yeah.
Because
I
like I
love
said,
watching his stuff.
that's the one thing I thought about. As much shit as I talk about Reach, they did have a good customization system when it came to your armor system and everything.
Yeah.
Because you play the game, you get credits on top of getting XP, and then you use the credits to buy more pieces of gear to then customize, which was fantastic.
Far Cry 6.
Because even in Halo 3, like it was cool. You had to unlock the cool armor sets. You know what I mean? You had to play the game.
Hmm.
Where again, like in Infinite, I hate to say it, you what? Oh, how much did you spend on that one? Oh, that's a $15 skin. Shit, maybe I'll buy it.
Yeah. Maybe.
Where like when it came to like the fucking flaming Hayabusa, everybody wanted the fucking. It wasn't a question of do I want the flaming Hay. It is, do I have the ability to get the achievements to get the flaming
Yeah.
Hayabusa? Because I hate to say it, almost everybody that played Halo 3 attempted to get the flaming Hayabusa once.
Wouldn't you?
That's what I'm saying. I did. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. Everybody did. Like, if you played the game, if you played multiplayer, if you played it for longer than like you had to have tried it because it's a fucking cool. You saw it and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And that's one thing I think games lost a lot now. Like, yeah, the skins are cool, and that's one thing I guess like you could get with like Fortnite and like Counter Strike, but like you still have to spend real money on those. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Where like I feel like I missed the whole like, yeah, I grinded for this. I've noticed that that's what a lot of companies have opted for is the waste your time uh in like a battle pass, but don't want to waste your time on like a hard unlock or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. Hmm.
I will be.
Hmm.
I mean, Zach, yeah, again, but that's still going against like what I'm saying, especially it's like this is one of the what I don't know. I don't. That's what I'm saying is the fact that they didn't go with what they originally said does not make me want to spend money on the game to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Had they did any sort of like I said, any sort of system where they did at least let you unlock like most of the shit, then I would have an incentive to support the company. But because all they have done is completely shit on their player base with bad game after not listening or doing something stupid, I don't want to give them money for cosmetics, let alone even their game. You know what I mean? Especially when like all these like smaller indie just companies are fucking putting out, I hate to say, like more enticing games. And I'm not taking away from the game either because the game was fun. It's just I don't know, it lacked a lot. My mm, my want to play the game shouldn't hinge off of if I have to finish a battle pass or not. It should hinge on if I want to play the game, if that makes sense. Well, that's usually what they do is they'll try to most mo most battle passes, Zach, will give you enough currency to buy the next battle pass.
That's how they should do it.
That I was say that's how a good battle pass will do it. And that's how they get you stuck in the loop of wasting all your
Playing.
time completing a battle pass. Which then goes to my argument of my want to play the game shouldn't hinge off of if I need to finish a battle pass because I now own it. It
Right.
should hinge on if I enjoy playing the game and want to get on the game.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that like obviously the system works. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I'm not saying anything against because it obviously fucking people it fucking gets people in the fucking loop all the goddamn time. Holy shit, I just saw my screen without my glasses on and it was blurry. Um but what I'm saying is personally what I feel is it's annoying that every game it makes me feel the only reason I should be playing it is to complete said pass that they've put out, where they could just be making the game fun to play, like they used to do. And even those games weren't good. I'm not even trying to say that those games were fucking good. But you know, they were bad enough for us to have fun and always find something new to do in it. Everything wasn't
Yeah.
just meta. Everything wasn't just you have to run this thing to be good. You have to do this thing to only get killed. Like you could do whatever because everything was kind of well rounded out. You know what I mean? Some things were broken, yeah, but you know everything worked gun wise, things like that, like FPS wise at least if we're talking about FPSs. Because I mean, like fuck, look at Modern Warfare 2. That game was broken as shit, but you could use any gun in there if you really tried hard enough, and you could do good. Halo 3 was not that good of a game, but the mechanics were better than Halo 2 and it fucking worked. And the Forge system added a whole new level of depth to replayability to the game. And the one thing that they didn't even put out with this game, didn't it take Forge like a couple months to come out, or was it like a year? Do you remember, Zach? Because it took a while to come out, right? No, Zach, I know what you mean. I know what you're saying. That's what I'm saying is like any good battle pass will basically do that. And because that you can go back and play all the free ones already because that's what they said. If they went back on saying that you couldn't go back and play the things that you already purchased, that would have been two things they lied about. And I don't think they would have been able to come back. No, I'm not saying that Halo 3 was but what I'm saying is the games back then were notoriously just broken. Like they worked, they were good, they were nostalgia, they super nostalgic. I love them all. But you cannot tell me that those games were not broken 95% of the time.
Oh yeah, they were.
They were fantastic and they're staples. They'll go down in history, but all games that are considered great still have some sort of jank or brokenness to them.
Agreed.
Not everything's perfect, and that's the
No.
good thing about them. Because I mean, even Dark Souls. How much do I suck Dark Souls dick? And that game is notoriously fucking broken. How much does everybody online suck that game's dick? That game is broken as shit. Yeah, Zach, I know you're gonna argue with me on this because it's Halo, but that's why I brought up Dark Souls, okay? Fuck, dude, Gears of War. That game is gonna go down in history. That game is
Yeah.
broken. You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't be able to fucking wall hop off of fucking walls and move faster than anything in the fucking
Yeah.
world.
I will give you that one on Gears.
But I love that game. Everybody loves that game.
Yeah, Gears is a little something. Gears is definitely out there as some crazy shit.
No, I know, Zach. I'm just hitting all the bases. So, like, when I post this on YouTube and if it ends up getting any views, people don't think I'm just attacking big games to be edgy.
He's attacking everything.
I'm hitting all my bases here.
Zach says he's being sarcastic. Boy, you were being sarcastic when you were shooting Chris in Tarkov. Now buy me a game. Come on, Z Money.
But like, it's just that's the thing, and like, and that's the one thing I don't think people realize about like all these games that come out too now, is like, yeah, some of them are broken and some of them don't work right, but
No.
like no game has ever fucking worked right
What are you
when
talking
it's
about?
came
We're
out.
beta testing these games right now as we play them.
And that's the
Like,
thing, that's the
we're the
argument I
QA
made.
testers.
That's the argument I made to you. Any live service game that gets updates regularly is technically a beta
Fact.
because it's constantly getting balance fixes, it's constantly getting
Oh,
changed, it's
yeah.
constantly getting meta fixes. It's always changing.
We don't make fun of Roach. What did Roach ever do to you? Roach was a great horse. What an asshole.
It's just and that's what frustrates me. And then people fucking like will like not give some games the time of day just because they're like a little jank, you know what I mean? Which is understandable. We're in a time and age where like jank should not be that prevalent. But
Oh, yeah.
especially when all these smaller companies are making better games than a lot of these AAA companies, I think a lot of people need to fucking deal with jank for once. Like we did back in the day and have
Deal
fucking
with
fun with games
it,
again.
about it.
Because I mean, fuck, this is a good Remnant, the Remnant series.
Yeah.
The first
Yeah.
two games were janky and broken as shit, and then the third game, the second Remnant 2, that game fucking
Chef's
blew
kiss.
my mind. That was an amazing game. That finally, like, you could see everything that the first two games were going to, finally made it with the third. And that's just because people well, supported the company, supported the game, they supported enough for them to get there, and they finally saw their vision through.
Yeah, and I still have to go back and do the DLC one. The
Even
first
Larian
expansion
Studio,
pass.
that's another one. Their divinities all are culminated all the way up until what they made fucking Boulder Gate 3 into. But
It's a Terminator.
but everybody wants to look at the big name companies that have just stayed big because all they do is keep rehashing the same thing over and over again.
Hmm.
I hate to say it, they're all the big companies. As much as I love Ubisoft games, they're all basically the same.
Well, you got to get
Basically.
comfortable with not owning your game.
Fucking Blizzard. They're getting better though. They're actually starting to turn around now a little bit. At least with where
Microsoft on a clean house.
yeah. Um fucking who else we got? Destiny, I hate to say Destiny has been a fucking monster in the fucking looter shooter genre, but that game sucks ass.
Oh, that thing is just going so bad now and everything. So it's like, because the end was supposed to actually be happening now, like the final one, but it got pushed to June, I believe. Still, it's coming out this summer, you know, and it's like they, are finally wrapping up Destiny 2, and it's like that's going to be the end of Destiny. It's going to be done and over with.
And just this is just to go to Zach's thing about the bugs intentionally in Tomb Raider the remaster. That's fine. See, the reason that's fine is because even look at the fucking remaster for Demon Souls. That literally had every single bug from the original game, and that's why it worked. Because the game still was the exact same, just with a better polish on it. And a little bit of extra content that they added because of a remaster. They added something new.
Yeah.
But it had all the bugs were the same. Everything was you could still do all the same speedrun shit. There were new stuff, but you could still do all the old stuff. Like, if you're gonna remaster it, I hate to say it, don't fucking change anything. But then you look at fucking Dark Souls remastered, same genre, same company, or well, different company that remastered that one, I think. But same dealio, right? Same, it's FirmSoft. And that remastered sucked ass. I hated that remaster. That felt janky as shit. I did not want to play that. I
Yeah.
hate playing that one. And it's because mainly the game runs at fucking 60 frames. The game just runs too well. Like my brain is so used to fucking 360 version of it that like it's I can't like it's too good. It's not even nostalgic though, Zach. Sometimes the thing is, like the jank a lot of the times back in the day is what made certain mechanics in games. Like the whole thing I was talking about with um Gears of War. The whole reason Gears of War got so in depth with the combat was because of how janky the combat was. The things you could do off of wall bouncing and like, getting behind people and just the movement. Like that's what made a lot of those games what they were was the because of the I mean even if you look at CS, bunny hopping wasn't a fucking intentional thing in Source, but that's what made
Yeah.
Source so prevalent and that's why Source like when you talk about Counter-Strike, people talk about Counter-Strike fucking Source and what 1.3 or whatever the fuck it is because those are fucking big moments of Counter-Strike. It's when the jank, was you if you learned how to play the jank, you got so good at it because the game just you broke the game for your favor. And that's how like a lot of old games were.
Mm-hmm. No, that's definitely true.
It's like and that's why I say like jank is nostalgic, but it's not even for nostalgic reasons. Like that's what people don't understand is like when things are janky, like they just kind of like nowadays I notice people just kind of give up on a lot of things, which is granted fair. There's a lot of scam games, a lot of shitty ass shit out there, right? But then there are some gems that like if you kind of just stick with it, you know what I mean? As long as you just keep up tabs on the developer, you don't even have to buy the game off rip. But if you keep tabs on them and if they, continuously are putting things out and you're seeing that they're at least trying, I mean, I feel like there's a reason to at least support them, especially if it's like a little $20 game on fucking Steam. Because you can always
Yeah.
look into what they're doing after release. Because I mean, even a good example of that would be fucking the Cube World guy.
Oh yeah, that dude. Remember
You know
that?
he's making a whole new game now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped the other thing, and now he's making on a whole new engine the basically original game that everybody wanted. Which is cool, but like you should have just updated your game and people would
Yeah.
have at least like you wouldn't have such a bad, reputation behind you now that you've done this twice. Now nobody's gonna buy your shit. I hate to say it.
Yeah. The Air 23 Liberator.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird thing that I feel about games recently. I think we need to bring back the jank. I think things need to be not so refined.
I would say that's the complete opposite. Half of these games, actually two-thirds of these games coming out are not refined.
That's
There's so many problems.
no, you're right, and I completely agree with you because like I mean even like I think I sent you one recently where they were even like is this another scam extraction shooter?
Yeah.
And like I said, that's why I said, and like a lot of people doing like saying this stuff is completely valid. I'm not, and like because I'm the exact same way. Like I myself, like I look at a new game and I'm like, ah, it's probably a scam. It's probably nothing. Like I say the same fucking shit now, but that's also because like I don't know, I don't have any expectations for any games anymore. Like even big company games now.
Not like the day before.
No, that was just the ploy to get their mobile games so they could sell their mobile games.
Exactly. Zach knows it's best because Zach bought it, right? You bought 4 copies.